So I was asked about making this kind of animated up and down wavy text effect like this. I'm not going to focus on the 3D character part. I should be able to replicate what I've done to convert 2D text into 3D characters. That wasn't one of the requirements of this animation. So you can see it's kind of animating up and down. It's flowing nicely like that. Each character is kind of animating by itself. So we can look at doing that in Adobe After Effects. I'm going to go up to the top and grab the horizontal type tool and start typing on the stage. So I'm just going to go sample text. And with how this is set up, it's a nice big size. I've already set up the size of the text. And I've made a very large space in between the characters just with this, this tracking slider here. You can kind of space the characters out nicely. One thing is that it's very nice and easy if the characters line up vertically like this here. This N and this G are kind of right above and below each other. So just to keep things simple, it'd be nice to animate kind of vertically like that, or we could do a little more work and kind of tweak all the characters so they look nice by themselves. But I'm just going to widen out the text part of it. Just kind of make those characters line up a little nicer. It kind of lines up better with the T. That's pretty close, that T to the A there, something like that. I'm happy with that. Okay, so the first problem is I go to transform this, and well, it's just going to move up and down all at the same time because it's obviously one text layer. It's just going to move by itself. So we can go in here, right click on our sample text layer and create shapes from text. And what it's done is actually hid this layer that I was previously working on, so I can get rid of that. I can even delete that. I don't need that anymore. Now we just have our text layer. So in here, we can go into contents, and you can now see, hey, look, here's an individual layer for each of our letters of our text. So that's pretty cool. So we can start animating and building that animation that we saw here. One of the things, like I said, is the vertical columns are going to kind of animate together. So I can start by grouping these together. And how did I do that before? There we go. Layer group shapes is what I want, or Control G. So I'm going to do that for each of them. So the M and the E. Control G. Make sure I got the right. Oh, I messed that up. I grabbed the wrong E, so I'll just Control Z, undo that. Let's try again. A and first T. Control G to group. M and the second E is what I want. Just make sure. The P and the X. And the L and the T. There we go. Okay, so all my groups are set up here. Great. So, what I can do is I can grab, let's see. So all of these groups are selected. I want to see. I'm a bit of a noob with with After Effects, so forgive me. But I want to see if I animate the position, if it animates across all of them when they're selected. Yes, it does. So I'm going to keep that at 0. I've clicked on the little clock, and as I go across, oh, I see. I want it to be at 0. Okay, so it's at 0 now. I've hit Control Z. So I've hit the little clock at the 0 point. I want to go across. So I have a keyframe there, and I'm going to move everything down. And go across, move it back up to 0. Okay, so everything's animated there. So everything has its own little keyframes, and you can see that they're kind of grouped up like that. You can see everyone's little keyframes. Okay, so that's what I want. And I'm going to hide transform on S. We're going to call that animation good. And well, actually, what we want to do, so it's a little kind of janky right now because it's not smoothing in and out. So I got to remember how to do that. Anyway, someone with more more After Effects can remind me how to smooth in and out from these animations. I forget how to do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, ease. Yeah, let's just go easy ease. Because I'm lazy. Okay, see how that looks. Yeah, it's not bad. I only got some of them somehow, though. Anyway, you get the point. You can go through and set up the easing. There's other there's keyframe velocity and this kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm not too concerned with whether the smooth part. I just want to focus on the actual animating. So the key point, though, is now that I've got these keyframes all in here, I'm assuming that you're gonna go in and set them up and get them to look all smooth and jazzy and how you want. Oh, maybe I just gotta hit this here. Anyway, you'll get them all pretty and smooth and in the way you want. And then now at this point, all I have to do is just stagger them. So I can select these keyframes here, and I can pull them across a couple frames. Then I grab the next ones, pull them across a few more frames, right? Stagger them, maybe not that many, something like that. Grab these ones. I don't know what I'm grabbing up there. I'm scared. I don't want to grab it. Okay, doing like that. Like I say, I'm sure there's a much better way to do this, but point is we can just manually edit these keyframes a little bit and should do the business. So as we animate across now, something like that. And so all we have to do at this point to get the repeating effect is just copy all these keyframes. Should just be able to go Control C, Control V, I hope. Nope. Anyway, I'm sure there's a way to just copy these keyframes. In any case, I don't know, maybe I messed up. Maybe you can't copy the keyframes. But if you wanted to keep repeating, a very simple way to do it is just to repeat as many times as you want on the first layer that you edit, and then when you are staggering them, just you'll have more keyframes to select and stagger them, and then you'll get your kind of animating just like that. So hope this helps. It's kind of janky, but I think it with some time it could look pretty good.